According to Federal Reserve data, the median American household between the ages of 55 and 64 has approximately $185,000 saved for retirement. That is the median for people about to retire. Read it twice. Because the same Federal Reserve numbers say the average household in that age band has about $537,000. The gap between those two numbers is not random. It is the gap between people who built and people who only saved. If you just felt something tighten in your chest, that is the right reaction. You have probably spent the last decade believing that saving is the engine. You have skipped the latte. You have driven the older car. You have felt a quiet pride every time you said no to something you wanted. And that pride has been functioning as evidence that you are doing this correctly. The medians say something quieter. Saving alone gets you to the middle of the median. Building gets you somewhere else. This video walks through 3 patterns that explain why frugality, in the form most people practice, actively keeps you stuck. The first pattern is called defensive spending. The second is called the discount identity. And the third one, the darkest one, is called earnings anesthesia. And it is the reason most frugal people quietly stop trying to earn more without ever noticing they stopped. I will get to that third pattern around the 7-minute mark. The trap has a name. It is called the scarcity loop. It is the psychological pattern where restricting your spending feels so productive that it quietly replaces the harder, larger, scarier work of growing your income. Restriction is visible. Growth is invisible until it lands. So the brain picks the visible one and calls it virtue. Here is one verified anchor. Pew Research, looking at workers between April 2021 and March 2022, found that half of the people who changed jobs saw their real wages rise by 9.7%. The median worker who stayed put lost 1.7% to inflation. One choice was worth more than a decade of careful coupon clipping. You were not lied to about frugality. You were told half the sentence. The half you were told was true. The half you were not told is the half that compounds. Before we go further, validate something. The instinct that made you frugal in the first place was protective. It was probably the most rational response to whatever you watched growing up. Protection is not the same as construction. The first pattern is defensive spending, treating every purchase as a threat to neutralize instead of a decision to evaluate. The frugal brain does not ask, is this worth buying? It asks, how much can I save by not buying it? Only one of those questions builds wealth. Picture a vault. Defensive spending treats your money like something everyone is trying to steal. Every purchase is a breach. Every expense is a loss. So you spend your mental energy reinforcing the walls, but never ask whether the vault is growing. Meet Dana. She is 34, makes $71,000 in Cleveland, and has not had a raise that beat inflation in 4 years. She tracks spending in a color-coded spreadsheet. She knows what she paid for olive oil in March. What she does not know is the market rate salary for her role in 2026, because she has never checked. The vault is sealed. The vault is also shrinking, because inflation is doing to her income what she refuses to let herself do to her budget. Sit with that. She is not losing money to spending. She is losing money to her refusal to look outside the vault. Pause for a moment. When was the last time you spent an hour researching how to increase your income, compared with the last time you spent an hour researching how to cut an expense? The second pattern is the discount identity. This is where the external villain enters, because this one was designed. Retailers and platforms profit by convincing you that being a smart shopper is the same as being a smart person. A 2023 Bankrate survey found Americans spent about $71 billion on social media impulse purchases in 1 year, with the average impulse spender dropping $754. The system routes your attention away from the larger decisions where real wealth lives. Consider Jordan. He is 29 and drives 90 minutes round trip to a wholesale club every 2 weeks to save about $40. In a year, he saves around $1,000. That same year, he turned down a contract project worth $18,000 because he lacked bandwidth. The bandwidth went to the drive. He optimized the wrong variable, and the system rewarded him with the feeling of winning. That is pattern 2. Pattern 3 is where this gets darker. The third pattern is earnings anesthesia, and it is the one almost nobody admits to. Frugality, practiced long enough, produces a numbing effect on the part of you that used to want more. Every act of restriction sends a quiet signal to your nervous system that what you have is enough. Because if it were not enough, you would not be able to live this carefully. Over years, that signal hardens into identity. You stop reaching, not because you decided to stop, but because the reaching itself started to feel greedy. This is the pattern that costs the most, because it costs the thing you cannot recover, which is time. The cheapest way to grow wealth is to grow it early. And earnings anesthesia is the mechanism that keeps you most productive at the wrong activity during the years when the right activity would compound the longest. Here are the numbers. Research from the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis found that workers who actively negotiate or change jobs in their 30s out-earn workers with identical credentials who do not by approximately $112,000 over a career. Among self-identified frugal workers, the rate of active negotiation is approximately 38% lower than the general population. Read that one slowly. The people most committed to building wealth through saving are statistically the least likely to do the one thing that builds the most of it. The implication is uncomfortable. Frugality, in its compulsive form, is not a wealth strategy. It is a way of feeling productive about your finances without ever having to risk anything. Restriction does not require courage. Asking for more is the part that requires it. Pause again. When did you last ask for something financially that you were not sure you would get? If you cannot remember, that silence is your answer. I want to stop here for a moment. Most of the people who feel something land in this section will close this video, feel uncomfortable for an hour, and quietly return to the spreadsheet by tomorrow morning. The spreadsheet is safer than the conversation. The spreadsheet is also why you are watching this. If something in this is naming what you have been doing, subscribe before the discomfort fades, because the discomfort is the only part of this that can change anything. Walking away now costs you the next decade of the same pattern. We are not done. The 3 patterns are named. What comes next is the part where they stop running you. Go back to the numbers that opened this video. A median retirement balance of $185,000 for households nearing retirement, against an average of $537,000. That gap is not a story about virtue losing to vice. It is a story about defense losing to construction. Defensive spending guards a vault that never grows. The discount identity wins small games that hide the large ones. Earnings anesthesia turns the discomfort of asking into a discomfort you no longer feel. All 3 are the same instinct in different costumes. The instinct says safer is smarter. The math says safer is only smarter inside a system that is also growing. If wages are flat against inflation, which Pew has documented consistently across many years, then safer is just slower. Here is what makes this manageable. You do not need to stop being frugal. You need to stop letting frugality be the whole strategy. Frugality is a defense. Defense without offense produces a tie, and a tie against inflation is a loss. The fix is to spend some of the energy you currently spend defending on something offensive. 1 hour a week, 1 conversation a quarter, 1 ask a year. That is the entire architecture. 1 hour reviewing what your skills are worth on the open market, using real listings, not feelings. 1 quarterly conversation about your compensation, a side project, a rate increase, or a contract you did not think you could land. 1 annual ask that scares you a little. 3 motions a year. That is the offensive line you have been refusing to build. Here is the governing idea I want you to carry out of this video. Frugality is what you do with the money already in your account. Wealth is what happens to the money you have not yet earned. Confusing the two is the most expensive mistake a careful person can make. In the comments, I want one specific thing from you. Tell me the last financial ask you talked yourself out of, and what you think it would have been worth if you had made it. Not a regret, a number. The thread is more useful when the numbers are real. If this names something you have been doing and could not see, the subscribe button is not a thank you. It is a commitment to stop confusing carefulness with progress. Make the commitment now, before the spreadsheet pulls you back. The version of you that finally builds something offensive starts with the smallest yes you can make today.